Today's important highlights of the defense news. The first steel cutting of fleet support ships for Indian Navy at Hindustan Shipyard Limited. India secures rights to operate Sittwe Port in Myanmar. India to post defense attaches in many African nations for the first time. ISRO-Garuda Aerospace collaborate. AMCA's DAS giving India's fighter jet a 360-degree vision. The Indian Innovators launched DIY sports plane, the Mano-I. In the global highlights, Serbia set to acquire Rafale fighters from France. Saildrone, Thales Australia partner to enhance surveillance capability of USVs. Ukraine uses new loitering munition RAM-X to destroy Russian Tu-S6 Tunguska air defense vehicle. Hughes and General Atomics partner to enhance communication for the MQ-1C Grey Eagle 25M drone. John Cockerill Defense to supply BV-206 ambulance all-terrain vehicles to Ukraine, and BAE Systems awarded contract to maintain and repair the L-119 light guns in Ukraine. The steel cutting ceremony of the first of the 5 fleet support ships was held at Hindustan shipyards at Vishakhapatnam on 10th of April. The contract with HSL was for acquisition of 5 fleet support ships was signed in August 23, and the ships are scheduled to be delivered to the Indian Navy commencing from mid-27. On induction, the fleet support ships will bolster the blue water capabilities of the Navy through replenishment of fleet ships at sea. The ships with more than 40,000 tons displacement will carry and deliver fuel, water, ammunition, and stores, enabling prolonged operations without returning to harbor, thus enhancing the fleet's strategic reach and mobility. In the secondary role, these ships would be equipped for humanitarian aid and disaster relief operations, for evacuation of personnel in emergency situations, and quick delivery of relief materials at site during natural calamities. After Chabahar, India has gained the rights to operate a second overseas port, that is the Sittwe, in Myanmar. This development is part of the Kaladan multimodal transit transport project, which aims to provide alternate connectivity from the eastern coast of India to the northeastern states through the Sittwe port. The Ministry of External Affairs has approved a proposal for India Ports Global to take over the operations of the entire port located on the Kaladan River. IPGL is a company of 100% owned by the Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways. It is a joint venture between Jawaharlal Nehru Port Trust and Deen Dayal Port Trust, that was the erstwhile Kandla Port Trust. It was created and incorporated in January 2015. It was meant for the development of ports and overseas. The MOS has presently assigned IPGL the task of equipping and operation of container multipurpose terminals at Chabahar port in Iran. The Sittwe port, located in the Rakhine state of Myanmar, a crucial component of the Kaladan multimodal transport project. It has been developed under a framework agreement between India and Myanmar for the construction and operation of a multimodal transit transport facility on the Kaladan River. It is a deep water port serving as a maritime gateway, enhancing trade and connectivity between India and Myanmar. The project aims to connect the Eastern India seaport of Kolkata with Sittwe port in Myanmar by sea. It further links Sittwe Port to Paletwa in Myanmar via the Kaladan River waterway and connect Paletwa to Zorinpui in Mizoram through a road component. This link will not only offer an alternative route for shipping goods to the northeastern states, but will significantly reduce the cost and distance from Kolkata to Mizoram and beyond it. It will also reduce dependency on the Siliguri corridor, known as the chicken's neck, which is squeezed between Bhutan and Bangladesh. In a first, India will post defense attaches in several countries with a focus on Africa aimed at strengthening strategic ties and military diplomacy and geographical rivalries. New defense attaches to the African countries of Ethiopia, Ivory Coast, Mozambique, Djibouti will be appointed. This decision is in line with India's priority to expand its strategic engagement with the continent. This will be the second time that India will post an attaché to Djibouti, which holds maritime significance owing to being surrounded by the Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden. Many African countries have already expressed keen interest in obtaining Indian military equipment, platforms, and hardware. Furthermore, India will post defense attaches in Philippines, Armenia, and Poland as well. New Delhi is also planning to rationalize its teams of military officials in its embassy in Moscow and High Commission in London. Garuda Aerospace has partnered with ISRO, marking its entry into the space tech domain. ISRO will procure Garuda Aerospace's advanced quadcopter drones. These drones feature machine learning and AI integration aimed at enhancing ISRO's operational efficiency. The company aspires to be the first Indian drone unicorn startup supported by government policies like 100% FDI in space. It has received the DGCA approvals for manufacturing and pilot training. The AMCA is set to become even more formidable with the integration of a cutting-edge distributed aperture system, the DAS. AMCA integrates a cutting-edge DAS, provides for enhanced situational awareness besides precision targeting, stealth, missile defense, and reduced pilot strain. A DAS essentially blankets the fighter jet in high-resolution infrared sensors. This network creates an uninterrupted 360-degree view of the battle space for the pilot, allowing them to see in any direction at all times. Albeit, a complete integration is still a little away. The IR sensors in DAS can spot the faint heat signatures of stealthy aircraft or missiles, vastly improving the AMCA's survivability against unseen threats. Comprehensive battlefield information and automated threat detection offered by DAS significantly eases the pilot's workload, allowing better focus on strategy and execution. DRDO is spearheading the development of the system. Mano Aircraft, a Coimbatore-based aviation innovator, is taking personal flight to new heights with its sleek Mano-I sports aircraft. This two-seater carbon fiber marvel isn't just about exhilarating flight, it's about empowering aviation enthusiasts with its unique build-it-yourself design. Pilots will feel those Top Gun vibes thanks to the tandem seating, giving each occupant independent flight controls. But the Mano One's groundbreaking appeal lies in its assembly process. The five meticulously designed kits transform the aircraft into an ambitious DIY project perfect for passionate home builders. It sports the Made in India badge, and the Mano One's airframe is entirely crafted within the country. In some global news, Thales Australia has signed an agreement with California-based Saildrone to collaborate on integrating its Blue Sentry sonar system into Saildrone's Survivor-class unmanned surface vessels. Blue Sentry will augment surveyors' capacity to conduct persistent surveillance for anti-submarine warfare operations, maritime domain awareness, and open ocean hydrographic surveys. The Surveyor class USVs equipped with the Blue Sentry sonar system will be deployed from shore to conduct autonomous underwater ISR missions for extended durations and in all weather conditions. Hughes Network System, an EchoStar company, announced that it has been awarded a production contract by General Atomics Aeronautical Systems to produce a key component for the next generation satellite communications SATCOM system for the MQ-1C Grey Eagle 25M unmanned aircraft system. Under this contract, Hughes will supply rugged HM400 modems designated HM400T, which integrate with the Department of Defense's standard waveform technology and transmission security, that is, the TRANSEC features, to significantly enhance the endurance and resilience of the Grey Eagle 25M across a broad spectrum of airborne intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance missions, particularly in contested environments. Now let's see some news from the war zone. John Cockerill Defense had won a contract to supply several dozen transformed Bandwagon 206, that is the BV-206 vehicles. These vehicles will be refurbished, modernized, and reconfigured at the Aubank site of the Belgian group to be converted into medical evacuation vehicles and delivered to Ukraine. The UK Ministry of Defence has awarded BAE Systems a contract to maintain and repair the L-119 light guns in Ukraine. The L-119 light guns has proved to be a trusted system that Ukraine forces have favored because of its accurate firepower, lightweight, low logistic requirements, and mobility. As the original manufacturer of the light gun, as well as more than 15 other systems in use in Ukraine, BAE Systems has been working with allied governments since the start of the war to help with training and support. That's the news for today. We hope you enjoyed the news. Please do subscribe to our channel and we will be happy to get a feedback from you. Thank you.